Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. We're starting this episode about half a day or so. We went through the night, after the last episode ended, because that was enough time for them to finish this large windmill. Now, our gear workshop is operational. We are getting plenty of power. At the moment, the wind is blowing, so that at least is being functional, which has effectively doubled our gear production, although that is entirely dependent on the wind. So we're gonna let that sit. These guys are still, being produced. We're waiting on. Let's open that up. There we go, so we can see that. We're waiting on a bit more dynamite there, and then we can kind of focus out that a little bit. We'll get the dams built over here, and then we can basically clear the way for the additional, crops that we're going to be getting. We're not doing too shabby on this just yet. I do want to drop a dam in there, and then I don't know. I kind of want to get that a second layer just cause. That is all going to wait until we are done with the fourth layer here, though. So that at least is going to be a thing. All right, so we're waiting on. Oh, I was going to say we're waiting on this to be done, but it is apparently done. And we are, even with the one windmill, we are currently providing enough power just because the wind is blowing hard enough. So let's see, 308. 308. Okay, so altitude does not seem to have an effect on the windmill. Good to know. We are producing science at a rapid rate now. That is good. Having the additional windmills, however, will basically provide for additional power when the wind is less. I mean, as you can see at the moment, the wind is actually increasing, but we know from experience that the wind can die down. So, as long as there's a little wind, having 3 windmills will basically multiply what's available by 3. So, that is good. And that is getting built. How are these coming along? 4, 0, so okay. All right. It'll be a bit before the rest of that is built, but we have one operational already, so, and see, the wind just stopped entirely. We have no power on here. We have no power on our second gear workshop. This is the problem with the windmills. So unreliable. Hydroelectric is a little unreliable in this game because of the, droughts and stuff, but real life hydroelectric is much more reliable. It is probably the one quote unquote green energy source that I actually kind of support us getting more of in any sort of real way is hydroelectric because it's reliable. It's just mechanical power from a source we can control relatively well. Now, I mean, I'm not saying don't make windmills, don't make, solar panels. I'm just saying, since we don't have in a proper way of storing power, our power grid is designed for on demand. Hydroelectric can meet on demand. Everything else, the power is available when it's available, at least as far as green goes. Well, I suppose technically nuclear is considered a green power source as well. There's certainly no carbon emissions from it. But everybody's all scared of nuclear power. Anyway, I try not to get on these kinds of rants, but this just kind of lended itself to it. So, although I will wrap this up by saying that there is one place, I can't remember where it is off the top of my head, but I remember reading about it, that has done a very interesting route on storing power, since they are effectively mechanically storing power by using excess power in the power grid to pump water up into a water storage facility, and then when you know demand requires additional power running that water back down past the hydroelectric plant, which, interestingly enough, is better than any of our other power storage options at the moment. More efficient. So, that's a thing. Alright, moving on. We're going to be, let's see, how are we doing here? 1, 2, 3, 4 more needed. We're not too bad on that. We're not too bad. How are you guys doing? You're at 10. Good, we're getting the gears made. So each one of these will store 8. So worst case scenario, if there's no storage space like there currently isn't, there will still be 16 in storage, which is nowhere near the 350 or whatever it takes for that stupid mine. That's okay. Yeah, we're getting the mine as soon as we have the 4,000. So we're already almost up to 3. So this guy's already kind of paying some dividends here. Getting that, you know, slightly more than 10 an hour. 0.78. Whatever 0.78 ends up coming out to when you say 10. Whatever, it's in chunks of 10. And close enough to an hour to call it an hour. Alright, this looks done. Ooh. Can't detonate, it's too low? What? What do you mean can't detonate, it's too low? Alright. Well. That's, worthless. We're just going to leave that there for the time being. I did not realize there was a bottom and that it would be so close. I guess our reservoir is only going to be 3 deep. How annoying. How very, very annoying. Like, super ultra annoying. Does that mean I wouldn't have been able to take this any lower even if I had wanted to? No, I should have been able to go at least one lower. Because that's over there. Yeah, I guess that's down 2 and that's down 3. So yeah, okay. I guess that's the bottom. And of course, since destroying buildings doesn't give you any resources back, developers fix, please. Even if it's reduced resources. Come on, guys. Laysai. Alright, let's, remove. Alright, let's see, can I... Right, we do that. That's a little easier. Hitting delete, enter, delete, enter, delete, enter. Alright. Let us drop another dam right here. Should I drop a dam between? Yeah, we'll drop a dam between. That way if one runs out, the other isn't automatically out as well. Actually, hang on, no. Let's just not do that. We'll leave it open between because they might need to get down there to harvest. I'm not sure. Probably. They're probably going to need to get down there to harvest, so we'll do that. How irksome. I'm annoyed. I'm genuinely annoyed at that. Alright, we'll put a dynamite here. We'll get that going. We'll let that reservoir fill. Even though we can't do anything with it at the moment. It's only going to be 1 deeper than our regular... I guess when we get there, we'll figure out exactly what to do. And it'll probably end up being the end of this portion of the series anyway, but still. How annoying. Oh, and no power because the wind died. Of course. Alright, let's go ahead and detonate this and fill our reservoir. Maybe we fill the reservoir. Assuming this lets them pass. Pass through a spillway. You still not full? Come on, guys. Okay. I guess maybe that was asking too much. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. It just took a moment for it to build up enough. And now it's starting to fill that, and then it'll eventually fill over here, and we'll be able to get those set up. Okay. Alright, so we're going to let that do its thing. Assuming it does its thing. Guess it's doing it in fits and spurts. Just kinda... Yeah, it's doing it. It's just not much at a time. Guess it's gonna take a bit to refill. That's kind of annoying, because that means that if we drain it down, it's gonna take a while to refill that way, too. Bothersome. Bothersome. Alright, we're only about 500 away from being able to unlock the mine. We're going to need... Oh, we're at 38 of metal blocks. We have 38 metal blocks. How many does the mine take? It's 40, isn't it? No, it doesn't take any. I'm thinking of... the mechanical water pump, which takes 50. Okay, so yeah, it's still going to be worth getting the mine first. We're just... It's going to take so much stuff. Alright, how are you doing? You are at 5 of 20. And then we will start actually building up gears. This is disappointing. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed. Son, I am disappointed. Alright. It's also not filling in the way I would have hoped. It is taking its sweet time filling. Well, I guess so long as it ends up lasting, it'll be fine, but still. We're now basically stuck waiting on this in order to get the aquatic crops. Ugh, so annoying. If this thing even fills before the next drought, bloody hell. Oh yeah, look at that. I mentioned it and now you're got a drought coming in 3 days. This thing isn't even going to be filled before the next drought, at which point it'll stop filling because there won't be enough water to fill. How bothersome. Look at this. This hasn't even filled a block yet. You can still see the tops of these dynamites that are uselessly down there. Like, seriously, if you're not going to let me detonate, why did you let me build it? That would have been the better time to tell me you can't go any deeper. Yes, I'm probably going to complain about this every time I look at that. For who knows how long. Because I am really annoyed by that. And why would you make a 4-depth pump available and then not allow me to go 4 deeper than the land we start on? Seriously. Ugh, so annoyed. There's just so many things wrong about that. And it really has me annoyed. And the fact that this isn't filling in a decent way is also particularly annoying. But that's fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong here. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. I say lyingly. Alright, 17 of 20. As soon as that is done, we will start building up gears. We're gonna need another warehouse over here. Let's get a warehouse slated for building this. Storage. Underground warehouse requires 40 gears, because of course it does. Bop you right there, call it good. We're gonna pause you being built though, because we do want to finish up that last windmill. Why am I paused? I don't know. What's going on? Where am I and why am I in this handbasket? I'm just so annoyed by that. I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to be complaining about this a lot. I'm sorry about the fact that I'm going to spend most of my episode staring at this stupid thing. You can't even see. I'm gesturing with my hands. I am so annoyed with this that I'm like, even knowing I do not have the camera on, you can't see me. I am gesturing with my hands at this stupidity right here. So annoyed. Oh, look, a little splash more water. Because see, the problem here being that if I were to use the gate instead, then it would drain the entire top layer out, and it wouldn't refill either because of this, so I'd have to use the gate there as well. And I don't want to use the gate. I want this to do this automatically without my interference. That's why I use the dam. So that when the water level is up, it would stay up, and when the water level is down, this will all stay in without me having to manually futz with it. And now the drought has started, so this is not going to end up serving its purpose. There is not going to be enough time for this reservoir to refill in between droughts. That's just ultimately where that is going to be. It's not going to do it. Whatever, we'll get the pump done. It'll be a proof of concept, and maybe we'll see something a little bit better with the iron teeth. I gotta stop looking at that. Hey, look! The last windmill got built. We are providing a metric ton of power in. That, something that needs far less. Oh, hey, we've actually passed the 4,000 mark on that. We now have gears coming in, so let's go ahead and unpause this. We'll get this underground warehouse built, and then we will get the mine built. So we're going to set you to the high priority. And then we are going to say, I would like to unlock the mine. Excellent. Needs to be built on top of underground ruins. Really? So where's that? Is there any way I can see that? There was no indication that that was necessary before unlocking it. Above ground ruins. Is there even underground ruins on this map? Doesn't appear so. Well, that was a waste of 4,000 science. This whole episode has been disappointing. What a disappointing end of the week. I'm going to try and salvage something from this episode. And give this the recording a slight pause. We will come back if something interesting happens, or when we are ready to do something interesting. I will see you shortly. Back briefly to voice my even further disappointment. During the course of the drought here, the little water that was in here is absorbed into the ground. Right. Be back again. Alright, the drought is almost past. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm deepening the waterway here. Yeah, I know, it's not good to do it during the drought, but whatever. It's close enough to the end. It should be fine. We're still waiting on the underground storage here. We're basically waiting on gears at the moment, which at least should pick back up. We've had this stall out because of the lack of wind, so as soon as the water gets down here and everything refills, we'll take a look at it. Yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of disappointed at the moment. We'll see how this goes for us here. Maybe we'll figure. You know what? How about I just delete that and let me drop one of these here. This will keep water in there because every one of these has a layer there. So maybe if I just do this and then set up not a levee, double floodgate. Yeah, sure, give me the double floodgate. Can I rotate you? How does this work? I guess we'll find out. Let's put you there. See if that's appropriate. The water should be coming in now. Good, you're just logs and planks. Good, I didn't think to check that beforehand. I probably should have. Although this is good to see that the lower level here does, in fact, do that. Maybe we can switch the other thing over. Because this kind of looks like it might let stuff over the top as well. There's water flowing in again, at least. Alright. Height 1... Oh, I can set it to 0.5. Alright, so if we set you to 0... all of the water should be flowing in. Alright. I'll set you to the 1.5 so that water will still flow in. Okay. Interesting, interesting. This might actually work with some of this stuff then. Might not be as bad as I was making it out, but still, there's enough other things going wrong that I'm still disappointed. And this is not filling, of course. Alright, I'll once again be back once I have something better to do. Alright, I'm back. I have replaced all of the dams as part of this canal system with floodgates, but annoyingly, it seems like you can't actually put paths on floodgates. They won't use it as a path. So that kind of screws that up. But it did allow me to get this area filled much more quickly. So we're going to at least do that. We're going to put you up to there. We'll leave you down like that. We'll leave you down like that. When a drought starts, I suppose we'll just have to push you up. I guess. Because that's how it's going to have to be. Let's go ahead and get this planted. I think I'm going to make this the last episode of this. So I might run a little long. We're going to get these crops planted. And yeah, we'll do cattails over here like we said we were going to. And then we will do the spatter dock over here. I'm not even going to go to the effort of actually getting the stuff done. I just kind of want to see them planted. And what I think I'll do is we'll wait for the 5,000 science, and we will take a look at what the footprint of the mechanical pump looks like, just so we get an idea. And I think what I'll do is I'll take a break from this game before starting the Iron Teeth playthrough. We'll play something else for a little bit before coming back and doing the Iron Teeth. The problems that we have encountered in this episode have really taken the wind out of my sails for this game for the moment. But don't fear, I will be coming back to do the Iron Teeth playthrough. It just... I gotta play something else first. Gotta do something else. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna... I'll unpause that. I'm gonna pause the recording again, so that we can basically get, the science we need and not go too far over our normal episode length. I will see you all in a moment. Alright, we are back for one final segment here. I've been looking at the description on this mechanical water pump, and I feel like it's not even going to do what we thought it was going to do. Because it's saying it discharges the water on the other side. So I think in order to have this do what we wanted, we'd actually have to put regular water pumps down anyway. But we've got the research, so let's at least take a quick look at it before we wrap this up. Bam. All right. So what do you got here? Let's kind of zoom in and take a look. All right, you. Yeah, you look like okay. So you got that on that side. You won't even let me place because you want some place to put it on the other side. You also don't like that even. Or is this backwards? No? Why are you not wanting... Alright, let's really quick here. Just to kind of confirm things. You're too far from builders. Because we can't put a... Not a damn platform. Actually, hang on. We can do this way. So we should be able to quickly dynamite ourselves a little pond here, right? Maybe make it too deep. Just to kinda. And do it again, make a second one deep. They should all still be able to reach. Almost. Really? We gotta wait through a night in order for you to finish the last 11%? Oh. Can you tell I'm fed up? Can you tell? Oh, you know what? It might just be... Let me remove... Well, hang on. No. We will wait. Alright. Now, let's see. Yeah, no, it's because of this, isn't it? Now you'll go there. Now the question is, if I were to, say, remove that one. Alright, no, it does require both. Okay. So if I were to put you like that, you would fill this up, and I'd have to have a secondary pump, like one of these water pumps here, in order to actually make use of the water. So, okay. Yeah, I'm disappointed, if you couldn't tell. It doesn't even do what we wanted. It does make this sort of setup possible, where we could theoretically store a lot more water in the ground, but considering that the groundwater just kind of goes away over the course of the drought, like it just kind of gets used up by keeping the surrounding area green, it's not even all that good. It's just not that good. Let's let it build. We're already a few minutes over. This is going to be the final episode of this until we do our Iron Teeth playthrough, so might as well let it run a little long. I'll let it build. And it's going to want power, but can we even stick that there? Yes, we can. At least we can directly connect it to a windmill. Not that even the windmill, I think, has enough. 400. Yeah, it wouldn't even be enough to run this at full speed. It would need more. Yeah, you're not connected to a path, whatever. I don't actually care here, but let's do that just to make you happy. Yeah, there's not enough gears. Alright, I'm not waiting. Alright, that is going to do it for this playthrough, this series. We will come back in several weeks when I have at least partially overcome the disappointment that has occurred at this episode. And we will play the Iron Teeth, which we successfully unlocked. Because, hooray. At least this building is listed as being, like, unique to this faction, right? Right? Where's the thing? Oh, no, it doesn't say that. Okay. I thought it said that. Huh. Weird. Alright. Anyway, let's just take a quick fly through here. We've, got District 1 here, all nice and self-contained. District 2 here, not quite as self-contained, but, you know, it kind of relies on some imports. Of course, it sends some exports over to District 1 to keep them happier. They don't rely on it, but it helps. Alright. So other than the disappointments that happened this episode, the game isn't bad, you know, and hopefully my disappointment helps prevent disappointment from all of you. Anybody that decides to play the game now knows the things that have basically occurred here. Now, I'm guessing that the problem with the mine is the fact that this map was started before the mine was a thing, so the map itself probably doesn't have the underground ruins. I'm hoping that that means that our Iron Teeth playthrough, that'll be fixed. But some of this other stuff, like giving us a pump that'll go 4 deep, but then not allowing the map to go 4 deeper than where you start, that's on the developer. That's just flat on the developer. Like, they really should fix that. Other than that, you know, things weren't too awful bad. But in the interest of not having this episode go too long, let's wrap up here. That is going to do it for this episode and this particular half of the playthrough. So, until next time, have a good one.